It is just about that time. Tip-off between the Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. Thank you so much for watching NBA Countdown. Now we send it over to Mark Jackson, to Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen, and Lisa Salters.
Malika, thank you so much. It was June the 16th, the last time these two teams played. That was at the TD Garden in Boston. Game 6, the championship clincher, as Golden State defeated Boston. Now they'll play the first of 2 regular season games here tonight in San Francisco. And good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand, Lisa Salters with us as well. Will they get together again in the finals this year? Well, we've got a long ways to go before we find the answer to that. But what we know for sure, Mark, is the Boston Celtics have been fabulous. They are like a machine, and offensively off to an historic start, led by their star player Jason Tatum, who seems to get better every single day.
Which is unbelievable. A guy that went to the finals, a guy that was first team All-NBA, and this just in. He's a better basketball player because he's a better scorer, obviously, and these numbers tell a story, but not the whole story. He's a better scorer, a better facilitator, a better defender, and because of all of those things, he's a better leader. Puts this team in position to win it all, and him to lead in the clubhouse as far as MVP is concerned.
Well, and organizationally, I think they have done a superior job in surrounding Tatum and Jaylen Brown, their 2 stars, with enough shooting to give them the room they need to operate efficiently. They have multiple guys shooting over 40%. They've made 141 more threes than their opponents. Tatum and Brown actually aren't shooting much above average from 3, but the other guys do a remarkable job creating this space and pace to give them the opportunity to be the stars they both truly are.
21-5, and 3 of the losses have come in overtime. With more on the Celtics, we check in with Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, it's a rematch, but it's not the finals. That's how the Celtics say they are looking at this game tonight. Marcus Smart told me that what happened back in June is something that he and his teammates still talk about in the locker room, how that moment of losing in 6 games to the Warriors still lingers, but he said, hey, this is just one game. It's not going to make or break the season. Smart said, we realize we're in the home of the defending champs. We obviously want to play well tonight. There will be emotions, he said, but we're on a season-long mission. It's about us right now and accomplishing, he said, what we felt we should have accomplished last year, this year. Mike?
All right, Lisa, as for the teams that ended their dreams last year, the Golden State Warriors got off to a bumpy start, but they bounced back nicely. They're still dominant at home, and they're still led by Steph Curry, an all-time great already, who maybe is having his best season.
Well, the stats reflect that he's having another dominant season. And look at these numbers from a shooting standpoint. On pace, on the precipice for a 50-40-90 season. You add in his underrated passing and rebounding, you truly do have, once again, an MVP type of candidate.
And those numbers are awesome, but he needs help. He's not Superman, and he doesn't get it done by himself. He needs help across the board. And I point the finger directly to Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole. They've got to find a way, not just offensively, but to impact the game in other ways. Defensively, facilitation. Take the pressure off of Steph Curry having to be great every single night, Mike.
The Celtics and the Warriors, memories of last year's NBA Finals 6 months ago. And also tonight, there will be memories of a man who won more NBA titles than anyone in a city and an area that meant so much to him. The late, great Bill Russell will be honored tonight. Number 6 jersey raised to the rafters here at the Chase Center.
NBA Saturday Primetime on ABC is presented by MetaQuest. Wish for the extraordinary.
Let the celebration begin.
Familiar faces feel the finals glow fading.
I'm heading to the stars, ready to go far and start walking.
A new year, same goal.
Prove them wrong every time till it's normal. Why worship legends when you know that you can join?
Boston bounces back.
The weight of history inspired excellence. On a mission. This is a game with a message. Deliver the message.
Don't ever say it's over if I'm breathing. Raise it to the moonlight and I'm speeding.
Gold-blooded. A A dynamic decade of technique and titles. Now, solve and evolve.
Ready to the stars, ready to go far and start walking.
Climb again, rise again.
We have ourselves an NBA marquee matchup. The Boston Celtics, the Golden State Warriors, as we welcome you to another season of NBA Saturday Primetime on ABC, presented by MetaQuest. Here in the Bay Area, rainy day all day. And here at the Chase Center, another sellout crowd as a rematch of last year's NBA Finals, won by the Golden State Warriors in 6 games just over 6 months ago. And Steph Curry and the Warriors denying the Celtics their chance for another banner as Curry, the NBA Finals MVP. Let's look at our starting lineups tonight. They are delivered by Taco Bell. And for Boston, the starting 5 has been sensational, although Al Horford not playing, second straight game out with the health and safety protocols. Blake Griffin getting his 6th start of the season. Grant Williams, Tatum, Brown, and Smart have been just fabulous for Joe Mazzulla. Meanwhile, for the defending champions, Curry and Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Kevon Looney for Steve Kerr. For the Warriors, who have a record of 13-13. Tatum has been absolutely brilliant. He's been the best player on the best team. Again at 21-5. They were 13-13, same as the Warriors are right now at this time last year. And the Warriors were 21-5 last year. Perhaps a sign of things to come, who knows? A lot of basketball to be played until we begin the playoffs in April. But this is a fun matchup. As Lisa Salters talked about at the top, the final means absolutely nothing compared to where these two teams want to go, but fun to see them on the floor again. With Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Green on hand. It's the best record in the NBA against the defending champs here in downtown San Francisco. For the Celtics, this part of a long road trip that they're on right now. They've won the first 3 games of 4 of 6. And for Golden State, looking to bounce back from a rough loss on Wednesday night. They blew a 4-point lead in the final 13 seconds, although they were without a number of their key players. The Celtics win the tip, and the Celtics have been fantastic on the road. 10-3, and not just a great record, but often dominating on the road.